Yeah.
And as young individuals, we may not understand that right now. And honestly, we won't, because some of us can't even see that far ahead. Some of us can't even see our 25, some of us can't see. But honestly, if you look at it, how long life actually is, there's a lot, once you do the grooming work now, there's a lot of time to enjoy yourself. A lot. Because I said myself, my income, I'm putting it into multiple schemes of work. I'm going to try and do everything to break barriers. And that's not, I'm going to do hard work. I'm going to work smart. Because working smarter is better than working harder. 100%. So, with this dad thing, the dads have did amazing. It's coming up to Father's Day. I can't say it for every dad, but most dads have really...
Not June, right?
June, yeah, I think it's June. I feel like another thing, a lot of people don't know when Father's Day is, and that is sad. You only know when Mother's Day is, but the fathers never...
Mother's Day.
Yeah, there's two, and the fathers don't even complain about Father's Day.
Well, it just shows from behavior who seeks more attention and validation, and who is the bigger man actually plays a part in responsibility.
That's it.
You're not strong because of the things you can do.
Exactly.
You're usually strong because of the things you can do but choose not to do them. It's like martial arts. They teach you how not to kill, which also teaches you how to kill. But also makes you understand that you don't need to be looking for fights. You just need to learn how to control the situation if it ever gets to that point where you really need to put up your hands.
That's a very interesting statement, actually.
Yeah, because my master, his name Idol B, he's part of a biker gang called Idol Bastards. He's a sweet guy, he has like 4 black belts, he's teaching people now. I'm trying to put myself together and go join him. And he was teaching us things. He tells us experiences that he really wants to end someone's life, but he says I have to control myself and deal with all the mishaps that happen. Like, it's not always the best option to get revenge, because that's just a cycle. It's like tumbleweed, it keeps going, and someone's gonna pick it up. So you have to be careful with what you can do and who you can hurt.
That's true. That's true. So, what am I going to talk about today?
You said men now, you could talk about mental health, you could talk about...
validating.
I made a song, I had lyrics on everyone loves the birth of a baby boy but scrutinizes the growth of a man. It's like you only love because you're helpless. It's like the feminine, female, they like weakness, things they can cuddle and hold, but once it gets mature, they're like, no, shave your facial hair. Shave it.
So I was watching something the other day. I think it was, is it DJ Academics podcast or what? I don't think it was. It was one guy.
Fresh and Fit.
I don't know. They're American podcasts. They usually have a bunch of girls.
Fresh and Fit.
Fresh and Fit, is it?
Yeah. They are Africans and Caribbeans, but they're making it now.
Okay. And basically, it was a feminist and I don't think he was pro-men, but he was talking about the fact that a woman gets with a guy and she knows this guy is not it. The guy impregnates her. She has the child.
No, pause. You can't tell me the guy's not it if you're gonna take his seed.
It gets even worse than that. So, the guy impregnates her, gestation, she becomes, she has the baby. The guy then leaves. Now, the same guy goes on to another girl. The guy does not refrain to tell her his history. I have a child. The same girl gets with the guy, she becomes pregnant. The guy now moves on again. The guy gets with another girl. The guy does not refrain to tell her, I have 2
baby
sons. Yeah, and baby mothers. The girl stays, pregnant her, has a child. Now,
I've heard this story before. Nick Cannon.
around the same thing. And the guy was saying, the woman was saying something about men need to learn this and that. You guys, it was something along the lines of higher value and something like that.
Oh, high value man.
Yeah, and the guy was like, the guy said, you women want high value men. I want this, but when a man high value comes to you, you get with that man, but you go back to your ex who cheated on you, has another child, this and that. So who is really in the fault here? And then when the man gets angry, the man who's doing well and wants something proper with you, gets angry and upset about you, if you're pushing your testosterone level, you're
Trying to compete.
Yeah, and it's like, and I was starting to understand this guy. I was like, this is actually crazy because a lot of it happens nowadays. A lot of it happens nowadays. Please, I'm gonna say this on here, and I'm saying it straight. As a man, if you are a young man like me, and you're single, you have no backlog, you have no history. Your history is clean. No, it doesn't even need to be clean as long as there's no
Baby.
Your catch is not 251 gigabytes.
Your catch.
You know,
Please.
there's catch and thingy, whatever. I don't know what catch means, but as long as all I know is that you have to clear your catch at one point because it starts messing up your system.
Okay. Oh, cash.
Yeah, catch.
No,
So as long as that is not 1 gigabyte, 3 gigabytes, terabytes,
So like
not a child.
luggage.
Luggage.
Baggage.
As long as you don't have that, please do not settle for a woman who does have a child.
It's not even that with child, because me, I look into it like as a biomedical engineer, focusing on tissue engineering. I'm on a microscopic level with cells and things, and I understand like when you receive the seed of a man, you are receiving his DNA. Notice that it's one way, it's not two ways. It's one way, and once you receive the seed, it takes you to your final form. A mother, if it's a, do you understand? So a woman cannot reach her final form without a man. So there's two. Once you have the child there, you could say you're a single mom, but your husband is, or the baby daddy is in the child. His DNA is there. So everyone who comes, they can see like you are leading on his legacy.
That's
you dedicated your future to this child, so you are following that man. So you need to be careful with how people see their relationships, and also it's like priority. You are competing with the man coming in is competing with the child for mother's attention, and mother really dedicated herself to the last relationship that she didn't complete, and now you're competing, and it makes you question value. What is valuable? Like,
and that's the thing. Like honestly, men, for at the end of the day, if you go into a relationship like this, just realize that you are not number one.
and
you will never be
number one.
Number one. That child comes first, and that child is not your DNA. It is not your genetic makeup. It is not your guanine, adenine, thymine.
Going to DNA, RNA.
It is not yours. It is not RNA transition, transcription. That child is not your own. You may want it to be your own, but at the end of the day, if that child grows up and wants to go and see his actual father, you cannot tell him, no, you can't go and see your father, because at the end of the day, you are not his father.
I would say the best counter for that is to school and let them understand, I'm not your dad, I'm your mentor. I am someone who's going to let you are responsible for yourself, just come to me for advice.
But then, that's where the problem is. The wife can easily be like, it seems like you pushed my child away. Remember?
Of course, I push your child away. It's not my child. What do you mean?
But remember, well, for this, I've been in this situation. For this family to work, and you need to be treating him like
It's like I was having a discussion. We're in a generation where people are like partner, partner, partner. And I reflect of where I'm from. There's a husband and a wife. The wife follows the husband. So I'm not looking for partnership. I want someone to join, because I'm giving you my last name. If I'm doing partnership, I'm not getting married to you.
Exactly.
I'm not, why am I wasting? And people want to do 50-50. But I like 100-100, because my 50 is not equated to your 50. If that makes any sense. Because I like to count your blessings. I count my blessings. I remind you, remember when I did this? Why are you remembering all these things? Because I'm valuable. Like I've been here for how many years? How much money has been spent on me? I came from a third world country to a first world country, and I surpassed like over half of the population on our academic criteria. But that's not really what I aim for. But the value is still there. If that makes any sense. And it is never equal. I believe that's just mesmerizing. If that makes any sense.
So now, this is a very interesting topic now. So there's a lot of things. So now we've just covered women. Okay, we haven't even covered it. There's still more. Okay, so
this is just part one. No?
Part one. So we covered men. Try and avoid women with luggage. It's a messy situation. I love every single mother. I'm not saying
I don't. I'm just being honest. I don't know every single mother, so how can I love every single mother?
Well, I've got to give it to them.
No, I'm just being responsible. If you don't know someone, why are you loving
Why
them?
are you loving that?
Because it's like people say equality, but there are some criminals here. Do you want to be equal to a criminal? Do you understand? Like people don't assess it fully. Not everyone is out for your better interest.
True.
So you can't be loving
everyone.
Continue.
But now, just be careful, because it will be a hellish and painful experience for you, especially if the child is not your child. Now, second types of women to avoid. I posted this quote. Women